So I was doing a little experiment. Last week I kept the light on. I'd have it on. I had it off for a while. And I checked the amount of people watching my show and it dropped. However, I am keeping it on today because, well, not really helping much, but it is freezing cold down here in the basement of the Dylan Knows headquarters because it is 11:17 p.m. on January 20th. And weather, I guess, is supposed to be where it's supposed to be because right now in Reisterstown, it is a balmy 16 degrees. It's been quite a weather week here in Reisterstown. Something we had not seen in close to 2 years, dropped multiple times. Schools affected, work affected ish. Games affected. So that'll be interesting to talk about. The NFL playoffs are in high gear, and we've got some interesting news because last week I did it on a Saturday night after only 2 games had happened. So we got the rest of the divisional matchups, and we had one game played today and one game that is currently almost over. And looks like more than likely that a team I did not want to win will be winning their game. Yeah, they don't really have a lot of time. So hopefully they'll go to overtime. That'd be good, but I don't think it's going to happen. And so more like the the conspiracy theorists are going to win on this one. So we'll see, but we'll talk about that in a little bit also. We've also got lots of, now that the strikes are all over, we've got lots of productions that are going into production again or are starting production. So we're going to have news about that. We're going to have some interesting science news, a couple of cryptid news stories. Not a lot really going on this week. It was weird. Last week we had a lot going on, but not this week so much. Award shows, Critics' Choice Awards and the Emmy Awards both popped up last week. The Oscar nominations will be revealed on Tuesday, the 23rd. So I'm going to mark that off. So we'll have something else to talk about next weekend. So that'll be good. So this is episode 536, Skeleton Crew. And let's start with that, I guess, real quick. It's local news. It's why I'm wearing a hoodie, zip-up hoodie, instead of just without, and why the lights are on, even though it doesn't really help too much. So Baltimore, Reisterstown is a suburb of Baltimore, but the Baltimore area has not had snow in close to measurable snow in close to 2 years. We might have some flurries here and there, but nothing major, no major snowstorms or whatever. This week changed all that. Now we've been having some snow here in Reisterstown. We had a couple of, dustings and stuff like that disappeared very quickly, but nothing fully formed until this week, where not 1, not 2, but 3 snow events happened. Now, the first one happened on Sunday. Now, last week, my family went winter camping, and they had an okay day on Saturday. But Sunday coming back, I had to go pick up my son while my daughter and wife had to go someplace else. And you can see this dark gray clouds heading our way. So I checked the phone, and it said that a snow squall is coming. It just basically means that they weren't expecting it. A little storm squall of snow just popped up and was heading our way. So we all got home, and sure enough, as soon as we all got home, boom, it dropped about a couple of inches of snow on us, about an inch or two, before it departed for the rest of the day. So that was kind of nice looking. And then we got news that Monday night into Tuesday. Now, Monday was Martin Luther King Day, so the kids were off that day. So Monday night into Tuesday, there was going to be another snowstorm. This one's going to be a bit more formed and was going to be a bit heavier. They were calling 3 to 6 inches for our area, and I was like, yeah, right, whatever, because being a cynic about things, not really having during this winter so far. We've had, as I said, these little bits of snow that came down, like the storm yesterday or on Sunday, last Sunday. So I wasn't expecting much, but sure enough, yep, I woke up on Tuesday, I guess. So Monday it was okay. I got into work, and then it started to snow once I got home, I think. And then Tuesday, um, the snow had come down pretty good, had dropped about 6 inches of snow on us. So it was overnight when the storm hit. So our road wasn't plowed when I got up. So I called and said I'd probably be in late to work. So I went out and I shoveled everything. By then, the street was plowed, and then I had to go upstairs and shower after shoveling. And then I drove to work. It wasn't a problem because by then, most all the main roads were plowed and it wasn't snowing. But a lot of people had called out from work because of the snow. They couldn't get out. Their road wasn't plowed. We had a lot of people out on Tuesday. We also had a bunch of people out on Monday for Martin Luther King Day as well. So we were working with what we call a skeleton crew, where there's only a small group of people here who are able to do stuff. A couple people in sewing, a couple people in embroidery, a couple people in shipping, a couple people pulling orders, so on and so forth. Schools were closed due to the weather because a lot of the roads were still not plowed and impassable. So kids had an extra day off of school. Tuesday, Wednesday, they had a 2-hour delay because the temperature had dropped overnight, and whatever had melted on Tuesday turned into ice again. The roads were a little bit heavy, but the sun was going to be coming back out again and melting things down. They were able to also be able to treat the roads. So schools open 2 hours for the kids on Wednesday. Thursday, they had a full day of school. We had a full kind of people at work. Wednesday, we had a skeleton crew also because the the ice storm had kept a lot of people home as well. But we had a lot more people than we did on Tuesday. Then there was talk of, hey, another storm's going to drop Friday morning and all day Friday. And at first, you're saying it's going to be like a 1 to 3 inches, but they think that it was going to overachieve and be 3 to 6 inches. And that's exactly what it did. It overachieved and went up 3 to 6 inches. They closed school again. They were going to have a half day off anyway because it was the end of the quarter. So they were going to close. They were just decided to close school on Friday. And then I did what I was going to call out, but then I have a big, massive order that the company is freaking out about, and I needed to be there to work on it because it's a lot of stuff, and it's due Monday. But it ain't going to go out Monday. It's going to go out a couple of days after that. But so I had to make my way into work to get there to do it. I must tell you that drive into work on Friday was the absolute worst drive I've ever had in work. As I said, the snow had started early Monday morning, about 3 a.m. So it was still coming down when I left for work. So I didn't know how long it was going to go. They were saying it was going to be like an all-day storm. So I really could not take off. So I just went out. I cleared my car. I didn't do any shoveling. Kids were home. I said, can you shovel for me once this ends? It's supposed to end the afternoon. And they said, sure. So I get in my car. My road had not been plowed, so I had to drive my car up the snowy hill. It slipped a little bit, but it was okay. Then at the top, though, we have a slip and slide area that a lot of people get stuck on. I was able to get where I needed to on that one, but our road through our neighborhood was still rough. And then another main road out that leads to another main road usually is cleared out. This wasn't cleared either. That was a little bit more slippery and sliding also. So I get up to the other main road at 140, and it was a little better, but not by much. There was just a small patch was plowed, and the snow was coming down fast. So snow was coming down hard, and my car was driving, so I was going real slow. And I got on 795. I was like, okay, 795 is a major highway. It'll be cleared. It'll be good. No. They barely plowed 795. In fact, one of the lanes was completely covered in snow. It took me about 40 minutes just to traverse 795. While on 795, a big, massive truck drove by me and dropped a ton of sleet onto my car windshield, so I could not see for a few seconds. That was fun. Then we get on to 695. 695 is a little bit better. It looks a bit more plowed, but there's still a lot of snow on the ground, and the snow is still coming down hard, and there's lots of cars on the road. It was slushy, and whenever you tried to change lanes, the car would bump. You would feel it slide a little bit like that. So I'm driving down there again, taking my time, no, that was the truck hit me on 695. 795 was just a slow process. I'm sorry. 695 was when the truck dropped the sleet on me. Not the sleet, the sludge. So it was just whenever I shifted lanes, it'd be a thunk thunk sort of thing, and it would slide a little bit. And so the truck dropped the slush on me and stuff like that. So I was going to take 95, which was a big highway for us. Hopefully that would have been cleared. So I got on 95. It was a little bit better. Not a little better. It was about the same as 695. And I got in there, and then a bus dropped slush on my car, obscuring my view for a few seconds again. And then got off of 95 at the Caton Avenue exit, which was not plowed. And a car in front of me slid and got stuck in the snow. And because I had to stop, I couldn't get around him. I got stuck in the snow also. A couple cars were able to get around me, and then I was able to pull myself out and get onto Patapsco Boulevard, which I thought was a main road in Baltimore. That would be plowed. No, it wasn't plowed either. It was completely covered in snow and slush, again, driving real hard, and there was a hill. So I'm going down the hill, and the light's changing red, and I can't stop. I'm pumping the brakes, but I'm sliding and sliding. So I ran a red light because I couldn't stop. Eventually, I was able to pump my brakes more to stop at the other red light at the bottom of the hill. And then I was going up the road, again, not plowed, going real slow, slipping and sliding here and there. Snow's coming down really hard. And then I get to about a block from my work, and these two assholes come roaring out of one of the side streets and start doing S curves all along Patapsco Boulevard, way down in front of me. But these dudes were going shoo, 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 and I was like, oh my God. And then eventually I got to my road and to where I needed to go to work, and I pulled up. That road wasn't plowed, so that was a fun little ride to get into. And then I was like, okay, at least my parking lot will be plowed. And my parking lot was not plowed. So I got into the parking lot, pulled in, and got into work an hour and 12 minutes after I left here to get to work. So snow kept coming down, and so I decided to leave. And again, another skeleton crew working then. I got a lot of my work done, but I decided to leave at 2 o'clock. And by then, the parking lot was still not plowed, and the side road was still not plowed. But the main roads at that point were now all plowed and dusted, and the snow had stopped. So the ride home was a lot better. It was only about a half hour. And then I got groceries at the grocery store. My daughter had cleared out our parking spots in the sidewalk. So I pulled into my spot, and I haven't left all day. I'm not leaving tomorrow either. I got nowhere to go to. Let's see if this game is now over versus overtime. It's a final. Damn it. We'll talk about that in a second. Oh, well. So that was my snow weekend. And the reason why we had our skeleton crew, why the episode is called Skeleton Crew. So that was fun. So the funny news is, let's get into this then, because, hey, it's Baltimore. Tomorrow's temperature, 30 degrees. Still cold, but it's not 23 degrees, which it was today. 30 degrees on Sunday. 34 degrees on Monday with a low of 10, so that's still going to be a little chilly. 34 degrees on Monday. Tuesday, 42 degrees and cloudy. Wednesday, rain, 44 degrees. Thursday, rain, 51 degrees. Friday, rain, 57 degrees. Saturday, 48 degrees and cloudy. Sunday, 45 degrees, partly sunny. And next Monday, 42 degrees and sunny. So quite a difference from 23 degrees this Saturday to 42 degrees on next Monday. So should be a better week. The snow should be out here, and this rain coming in. If it was colder, we'd probably have another snowstorm rolling through here, but we don't. We've got rain. We're all good there. All right. The other big thing going on right now is the NFL. So those fans people don't like to listen to sports ball, give me about 5-10 minutes, and then we can get back to the regular show like that. So last week was Wild Card Weekend, and when I was doing this show, the Houston Texans had just beaten the Cleveland Browns, and the Green Bay Packers had just beaten the Dallas Cowboys, which I was extraordinarily happy about. So then Sunday, The Steelers-Buffalo game was moved to Monday because of blizzard conditions in Buffalo. So no, I'm sorry. It wasn't Dallas and Green Bay on Saturday night, was it? No, it was AFC. I'm sorry. It was the other AFC game. It was Miami and Kansas City. That's what it was. Sorry. Miami and Kansas City, where the temperature was like negative something degrees, and Miami came in and just got trounced by Kansas City. Pat Mahomes' helmet, it was so cold, got shattered in a tackle, and Andy Reid's beard had icicles in it. So that's what it was, actually. So then Sunday, with the Buffalo Steelers game moving to Monday, we had the Packers-Cowboys game in the afternoon. Packers won that one, knocking the Cowboys out of the playoffs as usual. And the Sunday night game was the Tampa. No, that was Lions and the Rams. And the Lions end up winning. That was the first playoff game ever at Ford Field. And it's the first time the Lions had been in the playoffs since like the 90s, I think. And they won against the Rams. And then Monday, the Steelers went to Buffalo, got beat like a drum, but Bills beat them. And then the Eagles lost to Tampa Bay Bucks. So everything was set. The Baltimore Ravens, number 1 seed of the AFC, were to play the Houston Texans today at 4:30 p.m. And then the nightcap was the Green Bay Packers playing the number 1 seed 49ers. Those games are final. The first one is the most important one because Ravens are my team. The Ravens got out to a quick 3-0 start. Then the Texans tied up 3-3. Then the Ravens scored a touchdown, made it 10-3. Then the Ravens gave up a 67-yard punt return to make it 10-10. And then the Texans just locked down Lamar and sacked him like twice back-to-back to end the second quarter. Going to halftime. The Ravens get the ball back. Second half, the game was completely different. The Baltimore Ravens got out of their funk and came out and decimated the Houston Texans. The final score, Ravens win 34-10. So the Ravens scored 24 unanswered points in the second half to win the divisional round, which means the AFC Championship game winner goes to the Super Bowl. Will be played in Baltimore on Sunday the 28th at 3 p.m., as I said. So according to this, 44 degrees, partly sunny. So it's going to be not brutally cold, but not like warm. Actually, 45 degrees. We are going to be awaiting we have to wait a long time because the Bills-Chiefs game in Buffalo is being played 6:30 on Sunday. So we will not know who we are playing until close to 9:30, 10 o'clock on Sunday tomorrow. Who would I prefer right now? Right now, I think the Bills are the hottest team right now. If the Chiefs can somehow pull out a victory in Buffalo, I think we'd have an easier chance against the Chiefs than the Bills because the Chiefs are just not playing good ball right now. The Bills are, but either way, I think the Ravens can beat either team. I think the Ravens are going to go to the Super Bowl. Call me homer all you want, but this game where they look crappy in the first half, except for the first quarter, in the second quarter they looked awful, and they came out and just decimated the Texans in both the defense and offense. And it was both ways. Lamar ran for 2 touchdowns, and he threw for 2 touchdowns. And then Tucker hit 2 field goals and all his extra points. So he continues to do his turnaround after having a little difficult midseason funk. But he's still the GOAT from all intents and purposes. So the winner of Buffalo, Kansas City comes to Baltimore Sunday, the 28th at 3 p.m. So we should have, for next week's show, I should have the matchup, but I will not have the winner. That will have to wait until the week after. And then I was hoping the Packers were going to pull out the upset of the San Francisco 49ers because I really don't want to see the Ravens and the 49ers playing in the Super Bowl because they played the 49ers in the last Super Bowl they were in. And I would like the Ravens to play someone different. And they still can, but it's looking more and more like the conspiracy theory is going to be true, as the San Francisco 49ers just squeaked by the Green Bay Packers 24-21. That game is a final. I feel bad for my friend Dave at work. He's a Packers fan. But Jordan Love for the Green Bay Packers has had a hell of a second half of the season, and their team that is going to be reckoned with. Same with the Texans. C.J. Stroud and his team are signed up and are right there to be the best team in the AFC South, and the Packers are on board to be one of the best in the NFC North. So should be good to see what happens with that. So now the 49ers only have to wait till about 6:30 tomorrow. They will be playing the winner of the Detroit Lions Tampa Bay Buccaneers game. The Buccaneers probably are not going to win because they beat a really defeated Eagles team, and the Lions are extraordinarily excited. They have their second playoff game in as many weeks in Detroit tomorrow, and I really would like Detroit to win that one, and I would really like Detroit to whoop the 49ers, but they have to go to San Francisco for that. But what I meant by conspiracy theory, there's two conspiracy theories now about the Ravens and 49ers. The first is the logo conspiracy theory. Over the last few years, the colors of the logo for the Super Bowl gets announced weeks in advance, and the color scheme that is used for that shows the color scheme of the teams that are going to end up in the Super Bowl, and that's proof that the NFL is scripted, blah, blah, blah. It's happened over the last 3 years. This year, it's a purple and silver, or purple and red logo, so they're thinking San Francisco Ravens. Then there was something on somebody's menu bar, whatever, which said, that had like the Super Bowl, being played by the Ravens versus the 49ers. So we'll see what happens. So that's everything with wild card and divisional weekend. As I said, we will not know the lineups until next week's Dylan knows. I'll tell you then. You can find out for yourself tomorrow, obviously. But here, Dylan knows why you will not find out what the divisional matchups are until Saturday, because I won't know until late Sunday. So there's that. Percy Jackson episode 6 came out this week. We get Hermes, played by Lin-Manuel Miranda, popping up at the the Lotus Casino in Vegas. Again, my biggest beef with the show is that it's way too short. And I kind of think that if you binged it, it would be a lot more entertaining because the episodes are just so quick. And so we only got 2 more episodes left, so we'll see what happens. But so far, I'm still enjoying it, but it's just way too quick. Because Barbenheimer is one of the words of the year. A Barbenheimer star, which I don't know why they call it that, but that blew up 13 billion years ago, is defying scientific studies. So they can't understand what's going on with that. Critics' Choice Awards winners and Emmy Award winners. The Emmy Award winners, really no surprises. Critics' Choice Awards 2024. Let's see if we can do the winners real quick, because this is a bit more interesting. All right, here we go. Film Best Picture, Oppenheimer. Best Actor, Paul Giamatti, The Holdovers. Best Actress, Emma Stone for Poor Things. Best Supporting Actor, Robert Downey Jr. for Oppenheimer. Best Supporting Actress, Da'Vine Joy Randolph, The Holdovers. Best Young Actor, Actress, Dominic Sessa for The Holdovers. Best Acting Ensemble winner, Oppenheimer. Best Director, Christopher Nolan for Oppenheimer. Best Adapted Screenplay, Cord Jefferson for American Fiction. Best Original Screenplay, Greta Gerwig and Noah Baumbach for Barbie. Best Cinematography, Hoyt Van Hoytema for Oppenheimer. Best Production Design, Sarah Greenwood, Katie Spencer for Barbie. Best Editing, Jennifer Lame for Oppenheimer. Best Costume Design, Jacqueline Duran for Barbie. Best Hair and Makeup, Barbie. Best Visual Effects, Oppenheimer. Best Comedy, Barbie. Best Animated Film, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Best Foreign Language Film, The Anatomy of a Fall. This is interesting because Godzilla Minus One was nominated for the Critics' Choice, did not win, and Anatomy of a Fall, which is gaining steam, won that one. Best Song, I'm Just Ken from Barbie. Best Score, Ludwig Göransson for Oppenheimer. Television, Best Drama Series, Succession. Best Actor in a Drama Series, Kieran Culkin. Best Actress in a Drama Series, Sarah Snook for Succession. Best Supporting Actor in a Drama Series, Bill Crudup for The Morning Show. Best Supporting Actress in a Drama Series, Elizabeth Debicki for The Crown. Best Comedy Series, The Bear. Best Actor in Comedy Series, Jeremy Allen White for The Bear. Best Actress in a Comedy Series, Ayo Edebiri for The Bear. Best Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series, Ebon Moss-Bachrach for The Bear. Best Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series, Meryl Streep for Only Murders in the Building. Best Limited Series, Beef. Best Movie Made for Television, Quiz Lady. Best Actor in a Limited Series or Movie Made for Television, Stephen Yeun for Beef. Best Actress in a Limited Series or Movie Made for Television, Ali Wong for Beef. Best Supporting Actor in a Limited Series or Movie Made for Television, Jonathan Bailey, Fellow Travelers. Best Supporting Actress in a Limited Series or Movie Made for Television, Maria Bello for Beef. Best Foreign Language Series winner, Lupin. Best Animated Series winner, Scott Pilgrim Takes Off. Best Talk Show, Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. Best Comedy Special, John Mulaney, Baby J. So that's the Critics' Choice Awards. The Emmy Awards, let's get those out of the way real quick. Emmy Awards. Going to be a lot of the same stuff, I'm promising you. Drama Series, Succession. Actor in a Drama Series, Kieran Culkin for Succession. Actress Drama Series, Sarah Snook, Succession. Supporting Actor in a Drama Series, Matthew McFadden for Succession. Supporting Actress in a Drama Series, Jennifer Coolidge for The White Lotus. Guest Actor in a Drama Series, Nick Offerman for The Last of Us. Guest Actress in a Drama Series, Storm Reed for The Last of Us. Writing for Drama Series, Succession. Directing for Drama Series, Succession. Comedy Series, The Bear. Actor Comedy Series, Jeremy Allen White for The Bear. Actress in a Comedy Series, Quentin Brunson for Abbott Elementary. Supporting Actor in a Comedy Series, Ebon Moss-Bachrach for The Bear. Supporting Actress in a Comedy Series, Ayo Edebiri for The Bear. Guest Actor in a Comedy Series, Sam Richardson, Ted Lasso. Guest Actress in a Comedy Series, Judith Light for Poker Face. Writing for Comedy Series, Christopher Storer, The Bear. Directing for Comedy Series, The Bear. Limited Series winner, Beef. Best Actor in Limited Series or TV Movie, Stephen Yeun for Beef. Best Actress in a Limited Series TV Movie, Ali Wong for Beef. Supporting Actor in a Limited Series TV Movie, Paul Walter Hauser for Blackbird. Supporting Actress in a Limited Series TV Movie, Nicey Nash Betts, Dahmer Monster, the Jeffrey Dahmer story. Writing for Limited Series, Lee Sung Jim, Beef. Directing for a Limited Series, Beef. Reality competition program, RuPaul's Drag Race. Reality host, RuPaul's Drag Race. Variety scripted series, Last Week Tonight with John Oliver. Writing for variety or talk show, John Oliver. Talk series, Daily Show with Trevor Noah. Live variety special, Elton John Live. Farewell from Dodger Stadium. So as you can see, The Bear, Succession, Abbott Elementary, The Beef, all that stuff is all the big winners. So that's what you get for that. So there you go. Now, Elton John winning the Emmy actually brings up a really interesting thing. He is now the 19th person to get an EGOT, which is to win an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. There are 19 of them, and Elton John is the newest one because of that win. So congratulations to him. The Japanese have successfully landed a robot on the moon. It happened this week. The robot is going to be releasing like 5 rovers, small mini rovers, which can be exploring the moon's surface. They landed near where Apollo 11 landed for the first time. The Japanese spacecraft also went the long route around instead of just going direct from the Earth to the moon. They did a couple of rotations around the Earth and a couple of rotations around the moon before they landed. So they took some pictures, and they actually have pictures of the stuff on the moon. So for all you people who said it was faked, there's your proof right there. And you're still going to believe it's faked anyway. But congratulations to the Japanese. He said they are now the 5th country to have landed a rover on the moon. So that's pretty good. The American Cinema Editors are honoring John Waters as Filmmaker of the Year, which is odd because John Waters actually does not have anything out this year, but I guess that's more of a celebratory award than, hey, you got something out this year. So congratulations to local guy made good, John Waters. Archaeologists excavating a sanctuary dedicated to Artemis discovered ancient gold and silver jewels in Greece. So that's kind of cool. Macy's is laying off thousands of workers as a new CEO comes in to work, and Sports Illustrated is laying off their entire staff, which is setting up rumors that Sports Illustrated will no longer be produced. Kind of understandable because department stores are going the way of the dodo, and physical magazines are going the way of the dodo as well, but still kind of sucks. These people are now out of jobs, but due to the way the job market is now, they should all be getting successful jobs here very shortly. Doctor Who, after only one season, is replacing Millie Gibson as the new Doctor's companion with Virata Sethu. Millie will continue to be the companion for the first season with Ncuti Gatwa, Ncuti Gatwa. But she will be leaving after the first season. Now, a lot of people wondering why that is. Russell Davies says it was his decision to remove the companion after one season just for story purposes. I don't know if that's just blowing smoke up people's asses or if something happened behind the scenes, don't know. But regardless, that is indeed the case. Screenlight is dropping Magazine Dreams, which is a movie they were going to distribute that's going to star Jonathan Majors, who has recently been indicted and found guilty of assaulting his girlfriend. So they are trying to step away from it as well. So the movie's director now has control of it and is now shopping it around to be distributed by other film companies. Dune Part 2 is rumored to be 165 minutes long, which is 2 hours and 45 minutes long. It's a bit of a hike there. This year is also the 40th anniversary of David Lynch's version of Dune, and they are re-releasing the film for its 40th anniversary in February, which is kind of confusing since Dune 2 is coming out in March. And people are going to go, oh, let's watch the original Dune, and they're going to watch David Lynch's. By the way, it's David Lynch's birthday today. Happy birthday, sir. The Coen brothers are reuniting for a new project. Now, they've been working together forever, and they are actual brothers. Then they decide they wanted to try to go solo. They each made one movie, and they're like, we did that. We're going to go and join forces back up again. A Loch Ness monster hunter claims to be the one who has sighted Nessie for the first time in 2024. Took a picture of it as well. Again, can't really see much, blah, blah, blah. But he claims to be the first person to have seen Nessie this year. Stephen King wanted John Candy for the movie version of his short story Thinner, but it did not work out. And more and more thinking about that, it probably would have been brilliant to see John Candy trying something completely different. It would have been neat to see that, but that's not how it worked. And Jodie Foster claims that she was offered the role of Princess Leia, but she had to turn it down due to her commitment to Disney at the time. Jodie Foster has been rubbing me the wrong way lately. I used to like her a lot, but now she's really putting her foot in her mouth over a lot of different things. And at this point, I was like, were you really offered the role, or are you just saying that? I don't know. Kelly Cuoco's The Flight Attendant has been canceled by Max after only 2 seasons. Peeps marshmallow flavored gummies are the new Easter candy this year. So they're Peep flavored gummies, marshmallow flavored gummies. Trix, Cocoa Puffs, and Cinnamon Toast Crunch now have loaded versions of their cereals, meaning I guess an extra flavoring and stuff like that. The first look at Bill Nighy and Michael Ward in the Netflix movie The Beautiful Game tells the story of the English bid to bring home the Homeless World Cup. Don't know if it's about soccer played by homeless people, or at the time the World Cup did not have a home they were trying to bring back. I don't know. Regardless, we get the first look at it. It's due out March 29th, which is Good Friday, actually. Walton Goggins has joined White Lotus's season 3. Daredevil Born Again is restarted their shooting of their series, though there are talks that Disney, who originally scheduled it for 18 episodes, may be reducing the amount of episodes for that. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire released the first look at the return of Slimer. Looks pretty good. Plus, they're talking about the story. The writers got a lot of ideas from watching the real Ghostbusters cartoon for this new movie. So that's really kind of cool. Tron 3 has started filming as well. The return to greatness that is Tron, I guess. Taylor Sheridan will be writing and directing an adaptation of Empire of the Summer Moon, which is about the Comanche people. Andrew McCarthy will be rounding up his buddies in the Brat Pack for a Brat Pack documentary that he'll be working on there. Avatar, The Last Airbender, the live-action version of it, will be coming to Netflix on February 22nd, so not that far away from here, about a month from now, to be honest. Michael B. Jordan and Ryan Coogler are reuniting on a secret genre film. When the two of them get together, it's always good. Black Panther and the other movies that they've done together. I can't think of them right off my head. Cloned rhesus monkey has lived to adulthood for the first time. So that's a good sign, I guess, for science that cloning seems to be working. Tiny black holes from the dawn of time may be altering our planet's orbits, which is a lot of people believe that there was a 9th or 10th planet out there, a giant planet like that, which is causing the planets to have these weird elliptical orbits or weird orbits. And now people are saying perhaps little itty bitty tiny black holes might be the reason for that. Garlic and herb, jalapeno, and caramelized onion flavored Kraft singles will be coming to your grocery store very shortly. The only one that entices me really is the garlic and herb one. Everything else can go to hell and die. 1974, 50 years ago today, or not today, or this year. 1974 was a banner year for filmmaking. Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein, Godfather Part 2, Conversation, so on and so forth. And for the first time ever, to celebrate this, Netflix has created its own curated collection of classic 1974 films. So go to Netflix, you look for 1974 films, and it'll pop up, and they're going to be streaming all these films from 1974. So that's kind of a neat thing. It's the first for Netflix to do something like that. This Minecraft movie keeps going crazier and crazier. Last week, we mentioned that Jack Black has been cast in the film. Jason Momoa and Emma Myers are already involved with it. And more people have been coming up to it. It has started filming in New Zealand, and they announced 3 more cast members. Jennifer Coolidge, who just won an Emmy, or a Critics' Award, I should say. Kate McKinnon from Barbie, played Weird Barbie, and Jermaine Clement have all joined the Minecraft movie. This movie is getting a stacked cast and is positioning itself to be the Barbie of 2025. It has started filming now. So nobody has any idea what this movie is going to be about. Obviously, it's going to be about Minecraft, the video game. But if you've ever played Minecraft, it's just farming and breaking weird squares and facing off against skeletons and stuff like that, and survival. What's the movie with all these comedy legends and good actors in it? What is that going to be? What is it going to look like? Minecraft has now become one of the most anticipated movies coming next year. So hopefully we'll start seeing some stuff. Since they started filming, we'll start seeing some stuff from behind the scenes stuff and get a general idea of the vibe we're going to be getting with that film. An anniversary this week, From Dusk Till Dawn, the killer crime thriller / vampire flick from Robert Rodriguez and Quentin Tarantino, starring George Clooney, Quentin Tarantino, Harvey Keitel, Juliette Lewis, Cheech Marin, Salma Hayek, Machete's in it. Debuted 28 years ago this week. Could a Godzilla Lego set be coming for the 70th anniversary? A couple pictures have surfaced online, not knowing if they're true or not, of a potential Godzilla Lego set. Could be really cool if it actually comes to fruition. I know my son would absolutely love it. So we will see what happens with that, to be continued there. Garland's Civil War movie has moved up to April 12th. Who cares, to be honest? It's becoming this big deal, and honestly, I could care less about it. Domhnall Gleeson has joined the Guy Ritchie film Fountain of Youth with John Krasinski and Natalie Portman for Apple. That movie's getting quite a stacked cast as well, plus a killer director involved with that as well, so that's pretty good there. The Gentleman is also Guy Ritchie's Netflix film or TV show. I don't think he made it. I think he's producing it, but I don't think he directed it. But we got a trailer for it, and it really didn't give much. It just seemed like a regular Guy Ritchie film, but they didn't go into detail if it's a film or if it's a TV show. And honestly, I could not recognize any of the actors in it. That's how horrible I see things, so whatever. Speaking of Godzilla, Godzilla -1, minus color, the black and white version, will hit American shores on January 26th for 1 week, and then it will end its run in the United States. Godzilla -1 has also surpassed the $100 million box office number. Good on that as well. No Doubt will be reuniting at Coachella this year after 10 years apart. So that could be a pretty good deal. Cult Killer, the new Antonio Banderas, Alice Eve production. Got some behind-the-scenes pictures of that. No trailer for that yet. Pauly Shore had made a short film about Richard Simmons' life because everybody said that he should play Richard Simmons in a biopic. But so he decided to put his money where his mouth was, so he made a short film, which Richard Simmons did not give approval for. So you're never going to see that. Sorry. Chuck E. Cheese TV show, which is working itself to try to be a Squid Game type of show, which doesn't make any sense to me at all, is set to be coming out here soon as well. Julian Cruz-Valdi will be playing young Michael Jackson in Antoine Fuqua's biopic, which is filming now, set for release in 2025. That's going to be another big movie, I think, coming out here. From the makers of Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, we now have a Pinocchio horror movie. Oh, how unique and blah, 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 blah. Boring as shit. But yes, we got that coming up here soon. Good for them. Lakeith Stanford, who's in the Book of Clarence movie, I think that's coming out here soon, has joined Mark Wahlberg in Shane Black's new film, Play Dirty. The first full Spaceman trailer, Adam Sandler's drama, set for Netflix on March 1st, revealed its first trailer. it looks pretty interesting, to be honest, with Carey Mulligan and Paul Dano. Talks about a astronaut who is on a solo mission. After 6 months, he's starting to lose his mind a little bit, and he starts hearing the voice of who claims to be an alien to try to help him through his pain and anguish. But it looks good. Sandler going in full drama mode, and married to Carey Mulligan, who's up there in his age range instead of going out for one of the younger ladies, is pretty impressive as well. Okay, all the rest is good science stuff. All right, so science. Water ice buried at Mars's equator is over 2 miles thick. That's a shit ton of ice. And if there's some way that, like they did in Total Recall, where they could pop that sucker open and release it into the atmosphere, creates an aftermath, we get a second Earth. We'll see what happens with that. Rare Tibetan brown bear is spotted in India for the first time ever. The rare black something lynx has been captured on film for the first time ever as well. Scientists have filmed a plant talking to its neighbor. That's interesting. Mushrooms may talk to each other with up to 50 words, so plants do have a verbalness of some kind or other. Scientists have captured the first pictures of the vegan rat, which is the rat of extraordinary. What is the from Princess Bride? Is the biggest rat in the world right now. Dinosaur hatchery has been discovered with 92 nests and over 250 eggs found in India. Real-life prehistoric King Kong, 10-foot-tall gorilla, disappeared 215,000 years ago. And that's all science we got. Anniversaries. Elektra with Jennifer Garner, 19 years ago this week. Legends of the Fall, 30 years ago this week. Coach Carter with Samuel L. Jackson, 19 years ago this week. The Book of Eli with Denzel Washington and Mila Kunis, 14 years ago this week. Gone with the Wind, 85 years ago this week. Cloverfield, 16 years ago this week. And Tremors, 34 years ago this week, all debuted. Deaths, first deaths we got. Peter Schickele, American composer, passed away this week. Dejan Milojevic, the Golden State Warriors assistant coach, died at the age of 46 after being taken to the hospital. Joel Sonnier, a Grammy-winning Cajun and country music star, died after a performance. Norm Snead, former quarterback for the Washington Redskins, passed away this week as well. I said Redskins because that's the team that he played for, not the Commanders. And this is going to be a short one. Wow. Shorter than some of the other ones I had. I don't think we're going to even hit an hour here. So let's see. 5:37 will be Percy Jackson 7 and championship conference matchups. Let's see, which one should I? That'll be my last one. Wonder Man, the show that everybody thought, the Disney Plus Marvel show that everybody thought was canceled during this whole strike thing and Disney redoing stuff, is actually not dead. It has actually started resuming filming this week. So we're going to see that sooner than later. Original Friends scripts were found in the garbage, so people grabbed them up and are now selling them at auctions and are probably going to make a shit ton of money on them. Lucasfilm is rumored to be developing a what-if animated type of TV series for the Star Wars world. I think that'd be pretty cool. The Marvel one seems to be very successful. The Star Wars one could be even better. There's a lot more other interesting ideas you could do. Dark Horse Comics did a really interesting series called Visionaries, where they took one bit from each movie and changed it. Like in the Star Wars Visionaries, it was what if Luke missed blowing up the Death Star. In the second one, it was what if Luke died on Hoth, and the third one was I can't remember. I think it was like what if Luke went to the dark side or something like that, because it was all focused on Luke, I think. But you could do sort of similar stuff like that. So this would be kind of interesting. Emma Stone once applies to be on Jeopardy every year, but not in the celebrity tournament. She wants to play in the actual real Jeopardy tournament and has been rejected so far for whatever reason. The Max, which was a Image comic written and drawn by Sam Keith, bizarre little comic that came out in the 90s. MTV, back when MTV was on TV, they did an animated series of the Max, which was actually really, really good, using Sam Keith's sort of art style for it. Now they are planning on doing a Max live action film with Channing Tatum. It apparently is getting more traction now at Paramount. So we'll see what happens with that. That could be intriguing. The Max is a very interesting character. Could be a really good character piece for Channing Tatum, since he's not ever going to get Gambit off the ground, even though they claim that Gambit's probably going to make its appearance in Deadpool 3 later this year. But we'll find out for sure. Before we get to the final, yep, that's right, the final, we're 51 minutes in, the final story of the week. Deaths this week, we have Joyce Randolph, who is the first, Joyce Randolph, who's the last remaining cast member of the Honeymooners. She passed away at the age of 99 this week. And Big Jook, who is the brother of Yo Gotti, was shot and killed this week, which is not good. Finally, the final story of this week, we have engineers transform dead spiders into robotic claws. And there's pictures of it too. It's a dead spider, and things connected to it. It's going down there, and they're able to use its dead legs to pick stuff up. You probably really shouldn't do that, but whatever. It's the same as using dead birds as spying techniques on things. So whatever. All right. This was a fast and breezy episode of Dylan Knows, not even an hour in. Because I guess not a lot happened this week. So yeah, the 49ers are in for the conference championship, so we'll see what happens. There's the gorgeous Anne Hathaway. Let's see, anything else here? Anything else? Nope, I do not see anything else here. So I get to end early here, and we'll move on. Oh yeah, I can do that also. I gotta write that down too. The Oscar nominations. So yes, next week the Oscar nominations come out on Tuesday, so we'll have a good idea. We pretty much have a good idea probably already what we're going to see, but it'll be interesting to see if our thoughts are true. The Oscars come out in March, I believe, so I will again be doing my Oscar pick show the day before the Oscars or the same day. I haven't decided yet. So it seems that that's a last minute decision I make, so whatever. So that's it. So next week we got Percy Jackson, episode 7. We've got the NFL Championship Conference matchup set, the Oscar nominations, and if anything else exciting comes out. Should not be any weather-related stuff on our end of the world, since, as I said earlier, the temperatures are going to be going up. And I can't think of anything else that is going on this week. On that note, I'm really just trying to drag this out a little bit more, as you can guess. I'm done now, though. Thanks for watching. Maybe this episode will get a little bit more views since it is very short. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. Stay warm out there on the East Coast. It's going to get warmer. And be safe, everybody, and be excellent to each other.